Well, the big knife lobby has shown their true colors. The NRA, simply trying to provide a safe environment for the vice president, has now been undercut by big knife money. I mean, when is America going to wake up after the violence and carnage and mayhem that is sweeping through Asia? Now it's here, and they're going after our children. They're not going to allow firearms, of course, into the K. Bailey Hutchinson Convention Center, but, of course, big knife, trying to weasel their way into the hearts and minds. A knife advocacy group will provide complimentary storage for knives, but no firearms. No firearms at all. Complimentary storage, though, for your big knife. And we wonder why our kids are so messed up. I mean, look at all the things that are prohibited. I mean, how is your wife going to get through the day without her Aquanet? Backpacks. Glass, thermal, or metal containers. Laser pointers. Selfie sticks. Well, that pretty much is going to end the convention right there. Or any other item determined to be potential safety hazards. Of course, there'll be complimentary storage for your knife. And they've been going after people in the most insidious ways. Buck knives, making it seem like it's just a harmless woodland creature. Chris Reeve knives, a paraplegic, former movie star, couldn't harm a fly. And my favorite and the worst, Gerber, named after a baby food. This is what they do. They go after the kids. They go after the children early. But far be it from me to not propose a solution. What we need to do is we need to remove all references to the actions knives take in our everyday life. Don't give them the free advertising they've had for so long. Instead of chopped salad, call it mixed greens. Just that little bit could help bring us to a brighter, more peaceful future. Call on all of your golfing buddies. Don't call it a hook. Don't call it a slice. Call it a push. Call it a pull. You pushed the ball. You pulled the ball. And who wouldn't want a delicious pull of nice cheesy pizza? If we can just change how we talk, we'll change how we think. And the big knife lobby won't have so much power over us. These microaggressions against our children cannot stand. Because, we've said it before, there's no such thing as a butter knife. It's only one laser sharpener away, one honing stone away from a deadly weapon that could behead somebody. Hollywood has really dropped the ball on this. We used to have the old saying, don't run with scissors. Well, we were causing as much violence and microaggressions by just using the term scissors. From now on, these should be called individualizers. And whenever there's an end of a scene, a director should say, pause, relax, instead of that violent word, cut. It's just free advertising for the big knife lobby. And what about the unseen effects? I mean, of course, Big Band-Aid is the real winner in all this, because what happens whenever you cut yourself? What happens? Of course, you have one of those, and they go after the kids again. It is absolutely out of control what's going on in this country with violence and the big knife lobby. When is it going to end? Are we going to continue to let people just come knock on our doors and promote this violence? I mean, you've never heard of a traveling firearm salesman, have you? Well, why should we allow this to continue? Call your congressman. In fact, you can start it in your own home. When you go out and you look at your yard and it's completely unruly, don't call it mowing the lawn or cutting the lawn. Just call it grass recycling. Little things like this, every one of us can do to help promote a more peaceful society and not let the big knife lobby rule our lives through violence anymore. We need to start taking control of our future. I mean, even grass clippings is clearly a microaggression. This is just a service. I do what I can to help. Like, share, subscribe.